Oh snap, what is this? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Tis the Peace Dealer. I'm so glad this didn't end. I literally pressed go live and then I clicked this off on accident. But as you can see, oh, okay. Screw a retrograde. As you can see, this is my old computer and this is my new computer. Yeah. Built my PC. You can actually see the parts. I built that. I looked on YouTube and I built it. Boom. Shout out to Miko. Her son walked me through the process. Shout out to you, Michael. Thank you. And I even got a Roku TV because I thought that's what I was supposed to use. And then I found out, no, this is not the right monitor. So I have to get another monitor. But hey, I got a Roku TV now. Play Nintendo Switch on this. I just need to get a Switch. And then once I get that Nintendo Switch, if any of you formerly want your asses whooped in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I will give you my gamer tag and you can get that ass whooped. 90 day, you left 90 Day Fiance for me? Thank you. For this, rather? Thank you. That's what's up. All right. Bam. Let's get this show on the road. I wanted to make this one free again just because of all the delays I've had, and y'all are just so awesome. I might even make next season's free again just because these tune-ups are just so crucial. But I just got a ton of deep Reiki work done. Is it safe to do this? Yummy King, this is perfect to do after deep Reiki work. Mind you, this is just a tune-up, so it has elements of Reiki, but it's more so energetic tune-up. And the more people tune in with this, the stronger it is. So yes, so we need this because of the nodal square. So thankfully we've done ceremonies and stuff like this for years, so I can talk my shit now. The peace dealer can actually talk his shit. It's amazing. So if you're doing this tune-up, your life is changing, period. Like you're like the rest of the night is going to be filled with like ridiculous synchronicities. We have Chad, the Sagittarius here. We got Colby, the Pisces. We have Pisces, Leo, Gem. We have key players here that their own sun sign energies are about to amplify this. So right off the bat, I'm not a fan like when people tell you, oh, this is a cure-all miracle healing, or get this reading and I'm gonna bless you with everything. I usually say, stay away from people who guarantee you promises like that because they're unrealistic. Throw that in the trash. If you're doing this tune-up right now, your life is changing. Miracles are going to shower on you. I intend that you're just going to step into extraordinary greatness and the whole shebang. So today is day 4 for me, or is it? Today's day 5 for me in the 30-day ritual. Usa. So, yeah. And I pulled this right before. So I have a message for y'all before we begin. This tune-up, because we're doing this tune-up during the nodal square, and because it's at the mastery of Virgo, 28, 29 degrees, this tune-up is going to help facilitate and push you through into fully manifesting your supernatural abilities. So for those of you who want definitive breakthrough, this tune-up is being charged and programmed for that. This tune-up is also geared to grant every single one of your heart's conscious and unconscious wishes that align with your greatest good. This tune-up is also geared to be complete. And I'm talking my shit because Neptune is opposite the sun. So like this is the only chance with the sun on a north node that I have to kind of like stack this on. So this isn't going to be just a tune-up. This is definitely geared also to be hyper manifestation, because now we have a lot more people. So when we're doing this tune-up, it's really going to be lit. So I literally pulled these cards the magician and the high priestess, and then I shit you not, I split the magician and I got the ace of wands, right? And then I was like, that'll be kind of cool if I split the high priestess and I get an ace too. And then the high priestess is like, who do you think I am? You know I'm the most psychic woman ever, right? Here's your ace. And then I was like, really, girl? She was like, yeah, what's up? And I was like, damn, that's crazy how I sound like a girl and she sounds like a dude. But it's like, damn, that's crazy. And it's like, wow. So we got the ace of wands and the ace of swords. So this is pretty much talking about you're going to be both, right? Because you have masculine and feminine. But some of you, like me, are the magician archetype. And then some of you are the high priestess archetype. The high priestess got her magic on. Like the high priestess knows magic. The magician got his psychic ability on. The high priestess got wisdom. But you're either this archetype, like myself, or you're the high priestess. Shout out to Gina Valentina. So we're stepping into Libra season. Libra season is not only the great recruitment, it's a great pairing. Whether this is romantic, platonic, business, you are going to be manifesting your connection with this archetype. Your abilities resonate with this archetype more or this archetype. If you're this archetype, you're going to guide this individual to you because you're harnessing the magic for this individual to recognize. Or vice versa. If you're the high priestess archetype, you're going to be harnessing your energy so the magician can follow his intuition and find and manifest you. So comment a fire sign emoji if you've been feeling this. Some of you have been feeling a deep sense of companionship that maybe some of you have been mistaken for romance, and it can be romantic, but it's primarily mission-based and purpose-based before romance-based. So some of you might be catching feelings for certain people that you're meant to work with, and you're thinking it's like strictly romance. And it's like, no, I mean, it can, but it's like, no, this is actually the bridge of the archetypes. Like now that you've manifested the mastery of your abilities, the next 6 months is, okay, now how can I balance my abilities with someone else's abilities that directly complement me? These could be two men. These could be two women. This could be a man and a woman. This could be a dog and a bird. This could be a man and a cat. So, I mean, it's a man and a woman, but I'm just like, you know, very, very important. The Ace of Wands is activation from the magician part. And the Ace of Swords is with this intuition, epiphanies, and clarity. So regardless of what archetype you are, I want you to focus on that archetype while we do the healing. So for the next 30 minutes, I'm going to go in, I'm going to channel a whole bunch of stuff about y'all, and then I'm going to pull cards when we're done. It looks like we're rich. This is Venus and Virgo. When Venus leaves Leo and goes to Virgo, we finna be Kylie Jenner rich. We finna be Kylie Jenner rich. Boom, 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 boom. Y'all love making fun of Kylie Jenner about how she had plastic surgery and she looked one way before and now she looks a certain way, but she's still on Forbes and she still got Venus and Virgo on North Node and she's living her purpose and she's 8th house, so she's supposed to transform. Y'all be talking down on these transformers, but they be transforming, and I'm just using her as an example because this applies outside of her too. But y'all gonna leave Leo alone here. I write for Gemini, I write for Leo too. But other than that, yeah, you want to focus on the archetype that y'all are gonna be in, and let's start this. Boom, we got the Ace of Swords. So you're gonna receive a very, very, very magical and powerful epiphany while we do this. Okay, so let's get this done, baby. Oh, split the deck. Got the Magician. Okay. Shout out to Riri. Imagine if I had Rihanna on a peace talk. That would be a dream come true. Okay, other than that, Are y'all ready? I'm about to play this gong music. All you have to do is focus on your intent and envision. I want you to, while we're doing this, because what we're going to do with this healing is we're going to imprint this new timeline you're stepping into. So while you're doing this, close your eyes. I'm going to if you go to my website, thepeacedealer.com, and you click on Cosmic Energy Tune Up, you can see the breakdown of what I'm going to do when I start. But other than that, um let's get this started. Oh, there we go. Other than that, envision you the whole time doing things that show you've mastered your abilities. So imagine you opening your doors with telekinesis. You're reading people's minds. You're manifesting things. You don't need to go to work because you're a magician or a high priestess. So you just simulate your day, feeling as if you've already mastered your abilities, and we here will do the rest. The first 5 minutes is tune in. Thank you, J-Lo. Tori, this literally just started. You came right on time. For those of you who just joined, we are about 4 to 5 minutes in this healing. All you have to do is relax. What we're gonna do, pretty much, you either carry forth the magician archetype or the high priestess archetype. If you're willing to choose one, focus on that archetype. And while this tune-up is occurring, envision you mastering, like just simulate in your mind's eye the average day of you mastering your abilities and what that looks like. What is level 100 you look like? Mastery. I'm the high magician. You and me both. That's what's up. Holy crap. Oh, yeah. So the next 5 minutes, we're going to be grounding. I'm going to be grounding your energy to the earth using me as a focal point. Shout out to those of y'all who are attending this. Even if, all you got to do is just be here, hold space. There's really nothing you have to do. It's being done. So if you're here, thank you. Much appreciated. Holler, holler, holler. I'm gonna be writing down any channeled messages I come into. This first one's gonna screw y'all up. It's gonna resonate. Blue Flame, you are not late. And Bianca, thank you so much. Much appreciated for your donation. Okay, so all right, gang. So, or upstanding citizens, to answer what Mars G's question, the magician archetype is the master of magic or the magician. The magician, as above, so below, directs willpower to manifest intent. So, what makes the magician the magician? The magician harnesses and masters the elements. So, with the magician archetype, you have infinity to denote the unlimited potential. And then you have the pentacles. You can manifest wealth unlimited. Cups is healing and emotions. Swords is intellect, but also hack and slash sword master. And wands is passion and energy. So the magician is like a manifester. It's a problem solver that can use imagination to interact and manipulate reality. The high priestess archetype is infinite wisdom. It's, and I won't even say infinite wisdom. The high priestess archetype is the intuitive wisdom and understanding. So if the magician knows, the high priestess understands. The high priestess is going to have all the clairs, and she's going to be the master of dreams. And the magician is the master of reality. So both of these two work together in an unstoppable duo. So we're now on the next 5 minutes where I'm going to draw in the planets now that we've grounded. So for those of you who just joined, you're either identifying with the magician archetype or you're identifying with the high priestess archetype. So while we continue to do this, just imagine and step into and envision you being this archetype. And what is the average day of you, living your truth and utilizing your master abilities? Okay. Magician is the rook, high priestess is the bishop. That's not a bad way to see it. Estevan, appreciate you so much for the donation. I am the magician. That's high. Hey, peace, love, prosperity. I feel you on that. And thank you, Anna T. Okay. Yes, Barty. So if some of you connect with both archetypes, that's totally normal too, because many of you are both. The reason why I want you to focus on one is because at the end, we're calling in soulmates at the end of this. Your soulmate is anyone that helps you manifest God in your life, right? So you're charging your identification as one of these archetypes so that at the end of this healing, once we've charged it, we can call in the other archetype. Boom. You're both going to have like masculine, feminine, but bam, baby. And the magician could be a woman. The high priestess could be a man. The high priestess could be a woman. The magician could be a man. It doesn't matter what the sex is. Okay, just go to what you're called to. Boom. Like my moon carries a high priestess function, but I identify with the magician because Mercury's on my rising. So I'm a bit of both too. Twin flames. Yo. Yes, this is a Labradorite crystal ball. Meant to aid in psychic development. Green Gotti, thank you so much. I appreciate you too. Really. Y'all are amazing. And thank you, Melissa. You're amazing too. And Aura, congrats for pulling the Queen of Pentacles. That's very, very, very key. Oh, yes. Yo, Sagittarius, Pisces, but really Sagittarius. Good looks. Good looks, Sag. For real. Good looks, Sag. Yemi King, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Y'all stay blessed as always. Much appreciated. In about a minute, yeah, rising too. I'm saying that because of Jupiter. In about a minute, we're going to start the actual tune-up. Thank you, A.E. Schultz. Blue Flame, thank you so much for the oils again. I honestly don't know how to use oils, so I have to actually ask you. I get When I get oils from people, I just kind of put them to the side so I don't like mess it up. But I'm gonna definitely we're gonna talk really soon. And shout out to Juice. So we're starting the tune up right now. I'm gonna start from your crown and go down. Divine Woko, thank you so much. My Ebo brother, appreciate you. My Ebo fam, third eye activated, thank you so much. All right, Melanin Madre, holla. I mean, shout out to you. All right, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna do 7. It's 7 o'clock right now here. I'm gonna do 7 through your crown. I'm gonna go down from there. While I do this, focus, 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 focus on you, because I'm gonna be imprinting this with the breath and the life force. And shout out to Yoruba, and Yoruba's in the building too. So I'm gonna be doing this, and just I want you to envision if you had absolute mastery of your superpowers, what would that look like? And let's get it in. All right. And like, how would it feel? And what would you be doing? All right. Scarica, run that $2. Give me your money. Give me your money right now. All right. Unless you want to. All right. Next we're on thank you, J Lo. I definitely feel that too. Next we're gonna do third eye. Boom, baby. All right, next one on that throat chakra, baby. Baby, baby, baby. Alter Earth, we got you. After this healing, we gonna send all of this healed energy to the earth. Now we're gonna do the heart chakra. Some of you may start tearing up. Some of you are already tearing up. Some of you are gonna tear up after this. Hold up. He'll share. Leo Gem, thank you. I had no idea that the sound is better, but that's my old computer, and I'm on my new computer. So thank you. I had no idea. I can only think that it's because I'm using this TV. And yeah. We used to use this for the sound. That's why. So that's amazing. All right. Um, the energy just feels a lot more peaceful too. This desk used to be so cluttered. All right, I'm gonna start the heart right now. Sierra Waters and Nicolette Abbey, thank you so much for the donation. Y'all rock. Much appreciated. Okay. Um, I just finished the heart. Right. You feel that happiness too? This is us, by the way. If you're feeling good, this is a reflection of you times everyone that's here. So congratulations. Mm. All right. Next, we are doing the solar plexus. Boom, baby. I got you, LA Cruz. Next, we're gonna do shout out to Rosemary Feliciano. Love y'all too. Love you too from all of us. Ha ha ha. So next we got the sacral. We getting in your feels now. Oh shit. I can't. This is the most channeled message I've had so far for one video. For one session, rather. And finally, thank you, Sierra. And finally, we are going to do the root. Heidi Kit, I swear to Thor and Odin, I had the exact same thought. I would, oh my God, this is so amazing. I almost was about to write it down as the notes, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna write it down. And in my head, I heard, oh, this isn't going to take any time to manifest because the higher selves of the people watching this are like, no, we're doing this now. We're doing this now. And I didn't think anything of it. And then I open my eyes and then I see Heidi say we're manifesting in real time. So I'm just letting y'all know, like, y'all didn't come to play around this time, obviously. So that's what's up. And I'm gonna close with the root. Yo, this last channel message is gonna make some of you cry. It's profound. Boom. I only hate that it is going to be a little vague, but to some of you, it's going to be super specific. Yo, I pray to Thor and Odin and Freyr and Tyre. We're not kidding around. What's up, Kaylee? Hey. You already know what time it is. Holla at your boy. All right. Boom, baby. All right. We're gonna cool down for the last 3 minutes. And yeah. Perfect. Yeah, these group tune-ups are amazing. Okay. These are Infinity Club exclusives, but I love doing these free because like they're so powerful. So I mean, I also am gonna bring back the invocation ceremony too. Ooh. Boom. All right. So here's the thing, y'all. Um, the reason why I was busting my ass to over and over say, and Green Gotti, yes, this was awesome. I'm so glad I got to share this with all y'all because thank you. But yeah, the reason why I've been saying superpower, 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 superpowers, 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 2018, superpowers, 2019, superpowers, non-consent ritual forms, superpower, 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 superpowers, 2020, superpower, 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 superpowers is because really aliens. That's always aliens. You'll come to find that the reason for everything is aliens. Crazy, but true. But other than that, the reason that we need to awaken supernatural ability is because you need supernatural phenomena to summon and channel and co-create and interact with higher extra dimensional celestial beings, because these beings operate at frequencies that vibrate quicker for you to even perceive. Like an angel could be in here right now vibrating at like so many vibrations a second. Your physical eye cannot perceive that. And so you might see synchronicities, the whole shebang. But you're not on training wheels anymore. So you don't need synchronicities anymore. And you're in situations where if you don't trust your intuition, you're screwed. Like you don't have that grace window period you did when you were learning. Now it's kind of like it is life or death because Pluto's on Saturn. So like you need clairvoyant abilities. You need facets of your feelings that can feel into vibrations and insight that is higher than your physical senses, your metaphysical senses. The metaphysical senses that scientists have been paid good money for the past 3 decades to deliberately lie to you and tell you that you don't have. So before I go in, there's 3 main lessons moving forward. It's not about superpowers anymore. If you're watching this right now, you've awakened superpowers. Congratulations, you got superpowers. Now, if you're Saturn Sag, if you're Saturn Cap, if you're Saturn Aqua, and if you're Saturn Pisces from the 80s lines, because the collective Saturns were last featured in the 60s. And if you have parents in the 60s, like my dad has Saturn Cap, my mom has Saturn Aqua, you are inheriting supernatural abilities from that Saturn collective karma. Okay. If you're in the 80s groups of collective karma from like 87 to about 95 before Saturn goes back into Aries, you have a job. Do you know what your job is? Your job is to show supernatural abilities. The new age of Aquarius is a magic revolution. The reason why the new age of Aquarius is so controversial is because collectively people are who've been doing the soul work, and it's I hate to say this because it's like, oh, you're chosen and you're not good at it. It's not about people being chosen. It's about who did the work and who didn't do the work, who was in the gym hitting the weights and who was sitting at home sleeping, whether they were physical weights, whether they were spiritual weights, whether they were mental weights, who was doing the work. You either did the work or you didn't do the work. If you did the work, then these catalysts will naturally bring out these abilities. If you didn't do the work, you're going to bow under the pressure. You're going to be given into deception that is lying about you versus you knowing yourself. So if Saturn is in a collective karmic sign, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, specifically to the 80s gen, you are the vanguard. It is literally your karma to show the world supernatural ability. So we're in a special event space where the world is about to see everyone else come out of this spiritual closet. We've had abilities. Many people in the 60s, 50s, 30s have paved the way for us by being the freaks. It was so much harder for them to do what we're doing now. They didn't even have outlets to do this, but they still paved the way, and we're here now. Saturn Virgo, like any other Saturn, is not collective. It's more personal or social. The collective Saturns are meant to show to the world, hey guys, superpowers is a thing. Saturn Sag is alone going to be like, hey, superpowers is a thing. Saturn Cap is going to be like, this is how we're going to integrate it into the system. Saturn Aqua is going to be like, this is the knowledge of it collectively for the world, and this is how we connect to aliens. And Saturn Pisces is going to be like, this is how we go enter different realities and dimensions. It's crazy shit. It's crazy shit. And this is why it's a revolution, because we're now using superpowers to make obsolete traditions that are based off of fake science that you have been deliberately lied to and believing. Some of you still believe, some people still believe Bill Nye. And when I say fake science, you guys just listen to people who have credentials, they wear lab coats, and they theorize and speculate. These motherfuckers don't know shit. But because they sound intelligent, because they have millions of dollars of research behind them, because they have experiments, because they have useless data and results that work, okay, it's a deception. It's a form of an illusion. It's no different than religion. You can't say this to people who spent so much thousands of dollars studying at these high institutions, listening to these people theorizing. These people are just theorizing, only to find out they don't believe in God. They don't believe in astrology. They don't believe in spirit. They don't believe in soul. Your science is bullshit, friend. Your science is fake, my nigga. That's it. If God is not a part of your science, okay, every single human being has the ability to awaken their God force. The God force is the force behind supernatural abilities. Okay. In order to harness a God force, you need to know your spirit and you need to know the relationship with your soul. Postmodern conventional science is empiricist and material. It does not acknowledge soul because you cannot measure soul. It does not acknowledge spirit. Tesla said vibrations, frequency, and uh, something else along that ilk. And he was right, and he's right. Shout out to Tesla. That's a real nigga. Okay. But if it doesn't honor God, if it doesn't include God, if it doesn't include astrology, if your science doesn't include spirit and soul, it is fake. It is diluted. It is not the full story. And that is about 96% of science is being peddled to kids. Okay. And this is the deception. Okay. So for those of you who are actually doing the work and the craft, we are the real scientists. You have to understand that this is the end of an age. And so you're seeing all these structures up, but they're not going to be here. You know who's going to replace those structures? Us. You know whose wisdom is going to teach the new world? Our wisdom. The same wisdom that's being ridiculed and lied on as if it ain't shit. So revolution. We're finna be the X-Men, y'all. And this is where it's like you get it or not, because this is not just going to happen linearly. It's just going to happen, and you're either ready or not. You did the soul work or you didn't. So that's the first message. We're showing our abilities, and once you show, you're going to make yourself a target. Once you show, you're going to attract the attention of individuals and secret society members who have paid billions of dollars working with Anunnaki space aliens, whether they're called Greys, whether they're called Anunnakis. The whole notion that an alien species is using rich human beings as puppets to control and suppress the rest of the human population is not sci-fi. It's not a harebrained idea. It is reality. It is the truth. Y'all need to stop blaming the Bill Gates. Y'all need to stop blaming the Hillary Clintons. Politicians do not run the world. Aliens do. Fallen angels in the second heaven. If I'm going to progressively sound more harebrained, but we can't stop calling these theories. Okay. If you don't know that you're fighting a war to reclaim sovereignty and freedom, then you're probably still watching these stupid ass television programs and reality shows that are only existing to dumb your ass down and to put you in a fucking box so you don't awaken your abilities and join the motherfucking revolution of enlightened individuals who are not going to take this bullshit anymore. You see, the only reason why they got away with it is because our DNA takes about 2 Saturn cycles and 3 to 4 generations to come through. And they're trying to counteract with these vaccines. They're trying to counteract with the GMO because your supernatural abilities are in your DNA. You got loyalty, you got royalty inside your DNA. You need to activate your DNA. So the first message here, before I go into the channel messages, okay, it's not about superpowers anymore. It's about channeling higher into you watching me. The fact that you're here, the biggest lie is to make you think that you're just this. Okay, that's why I had to. I'm sorry you were lied to in school. Your biology teacher failed you. Your chemistry teacher failed you. Yes. Your physics teacher failed you. And this is hot button issues. You can't talk about this stuff because people would just bring facts to your face. Where's your research, sir? We have compiled years worth of useless, fake, meaningless research and info that we suck our dicks and jack each other off and act like this is real because we have proof. And the results are real. I'm not like empirical science. Empirical science has its place in science. It is a form of science. It is but just 1/16th of science. But then they magnify it and say this is all the science there is. Just 1/16th of science. And they're pretty much lying to you about this other shit. Reality is stranger than fiction. Truth is greater than facts. Thank you, Joshua Castro. So I'm not afraid to say it. And I will debate any scientist. I will debate any scientist. Young Pharaoh be issuing debate. I will debate anyone too. We can debate live on television. I will read your zodiac chart. And it's as simple as that. Period. Okay. Yeah, I said period. And it's as simple as that. So you need to fuck what you've learned, fuck what everyone else has tried to lie to you about. There is a celestial version of you that exists. The evil motherfuckers that run this system, and I'm not talking about at the executive, legislative branch level. A lot of us blame the government too much. The government are puppets too. Like there's a karmic celestial level of this that human beings don't even touch. Human beings that that NLE Choppa Young Pharaoh video was hilarious. But this is the level where it's like how spiritual you are. So before we step forward, this is not for the fake spiritualists. Some of you are spiritual only when it's cool to be spiritual. Saturn is going into Aquarius, and the war against psychic arts and astrology is going to rage on. Right now, spirituality is trending, but when they get a whole bunch of scientists to smear campaign astrologers and to make psychics look stupid, and it's no longer cool to be an astrologer or it's no longer cool to be a psychic, then we'll see who's really spiritual, because some people just do this for likes and some people just do this for views. A lot of people are spiritual. A lot of people believe in spirit. A lot of people believe in the universe until it's time to have real faith. And there's nothing you can do but have faith in the same people that you're telling people to have faith in. Then it's, I need to do something practical in my life. No, I don't believe in that spiritual shit anymore. I need to. So like, you're not really spiritual. You're not really spiritual because trying times came and you did that. You showed you don't have faith. Okay. And I'm telling you, you're entering a period where you have nothing but your abilities to rely on. You cannot be doubtful at this point. At this point, you've manifested your abilities. They're not mastered at the perfect level. That's what these counterpart relationships are for. You're manifesting a counterpart to draw this out, but you're not just a physical vessel. That is one of the biggest lies ever. You have a spirit, you have a soul. The failure of postmodern science is the complete denial of the soul that inhabits your body and expresses your life force through your spirit. The fact that most science does not acknowledge this makes it fake, makes it useless, makes it diluted, makes it basically, in a material sense, it really is misleading because now we don't have the real truth, but we're making do with what we have. And if no one's really going to open up with that critique, I'm going to be one of the loudest voices of this, because it's time we introduce spirit and soul into rhetoric, into science, into truth, because it's having detrimental effects. People don't know who the fuck they are, and they're killing themselves and they're killing other people, not knowing they're killing themselves because they're killing other people. And if they knew they had a spirit, if they knew that afterlife was real, not heaven and hell, but if they knew the afterlife was real, if they knew they have a soul, they would believe in themselves so much more different. So this is why it's time to show your abilities. We're not hiding in the closet anymore. We're not apologizing for being gifted. We're using them. We're integrating them in our abilities. And, whether you muggle or non-muggle, anybody can get it. Anyone can get these magic hands. Anyone can get this hammer too. So other than that, the next message is there's one mechanism that is activating globally, that through this mechanism, you'll be able to tap into your unique abilities. And this is what's manifesting with this Virgo cycle. Many of you watching this have already used this. So it doesn't mean it's going to be the first time, but as a collective, we're breaking through over the next 6 months to master. You ready? You ready? This is the mechanism through which you're going to show your abilities. Hatsu, life force manipulation. Say it again with me. Life force manipulation. Every single being, animal, human, hybrid species, okay, plant life, is awakening the ability to enter an empowered state. You can harness your life force energy to enter a state of consciousness that will max out your current abilities. Call it, shout out to novelists, cerebral apex, because of Uranus and Taurus, and now all this mastered Capricorn energy. You are stepping into the ability to harness an empowered state that maybe for you may last only 5 minutes. There is the whole dynamic of it lasting longer for some others. Most people who are physically fit, this is where you want to be physically fit. All you bodybuilder people, all you people who've been working out your body, you're going to be able to maintain this state way longer than people like me who are out of fucking shape. I might be only handle like 5 minutes. And the reason for that is, in this empowered state, you're straining your body and you're using the max level of all your abilities. It's like Lee releasing the gates. You're going to be releasing the limiters that hold back your energy so that you can enter a state with which you could use all the max power of your abilities. And that's going to burn all your energy. So if you work out and you're used to burning out like that, you're going to find that you can sustain that state for a hell of a lot longer time than people like me who are just getting back in the gym and they're a little bit out of shape in the mind physically. It is what it is. But you're going to come into your own unique way of entering the state. And it's in this state that you're going to think of it as an extreme focus state. Now, whether it will physically burn depends on the energy in your chart. So that's a really good question. For fire signs, you'll find so. For air signs, this is more so mental. So but listen now, this is going to feel like something that's new. This is new to the collective. You're going to start to see news reports on this. It's something that we have been, so ultra instinct, basically, kind of. It's something that you've been doing in spurts, right? Skarika just said it, when things light me up. It's something that you've been doing your whole life in spurts. When you have these moments when you're in the zone, imagine if you can actually control being in the zone at will, and your own adventure is now, okay, how can I master this transformation state? Or how can I, it's not a transformation as much as it is an enhanced mode. And from that enhanced mode, you may find you have a transformation state. This is where your personal abilities will come in, but everyone collectively is stepping into an enhanced mode. It's just like a super focus mode that everyone is developing the ability to do collectively. How you manifest that, please hit that like button if you haven't already. How you manifest that, okay, is personal to you. Some of you may enter this focus mode and realize, oh, I have the powers of God. I can do anything. Some of you may enter this focus mode and realize, oh, I can only maintain this for like 5 minutes. But while I can maintain the state, I can intuit anything. Like I can just look in someone's eyes and know what's happening. So it depends on where you take this. In its most practical level, we don't have to bring in superpowers for this. In the ways most people are going to use this, okay, you're going to enter this state and then you're just going to work out with it. And when you enter a state like this, you can hit the workouts because you're in this focus state. The limits that you used to stop because you would probably, start to feel tired. You're going to push past those limits. It's something you could do at will, but it's something that the collective hasn't stepped into yet. So it's happening right now. That's why it's hard to say, because this is very much so a very new mechanism, except some of you have mastered this a long time ago. And so the third level of this, so we know we're showing abilities. Like the next age we're heading into is revolution, where enlightened beings who manifest supernatural abilities take over the old world order with people who suppress abilities or have their own secret abilities because the government has their own secret supernatural agent spies that they will never tell us they're using their taxpayer money for. Now we all okay, that's a conspiracy theory. But unless it's not. But other than that, now the archetypes. So what we're going to do is we're going to call in your soulmate. Okay. Now, when I say soulmate, I don't necessarily, it doesn't have to be romantic. In fact, we're calling in our sacred counterpart. The calling in of this sacred counterpart, this counterpart for you doesn't have to be a person. Okay. If you're the magician, the high priestess counterpart you call in could be a literal priestess, could be a woman. It could be a job that has you bring out most of your abilities through this. It could be a cat. It could be a group of people. It could be an archetype of people. Okay. So, as far as this counterpart, it's time. This Libra season is going to bridge the counterparts because Chiron is going to be opposite Libra. And then Jupiter and Saturn squaring this is going to provide the foundation for something that's been in the works to come in more. Some of you are already with this person. You're just going to recognize each other. Others of you are going to come into this. So here's the thing with this one. Okay. Someone said, how do I tell which it is for me? You're going to be able to tell which counterpart you resonate more with by your counterpart. Because some of you will think you're the high priestess, and then you're going to attract your counterpart who's the high priestess, and they're going to show you, oh, I was actually the magician. Some of you think you're the magician, and then you're going to attract your counterpart and be like, oh, I'm actually the high priestess in this connection. It's like the reason why there has to be a complementary aspect. Both of you could be both of these archetypes, but one of you is going to play this archetype and the other is going to play this archetype. So up until this point, let's say you were the magician archetype. You were attracting people in your life who followed this archetype because this was meant to mold and bring out this fire of the magician. Okay. And then some of you were the high priestess, seeing different men or people carry the magician archetype. And you were drawn to them because they carry the archetype of your counterpart. Now you're actually attracting the real thing. And we're going to call this in. So basically, before the week is over, okay, before Libra season is over, you're not only manifesting and knowing what this counterpart is. Someone said, do you think they'll know that they're our counterpart? Yeah. If they don't know that they're your counterpart, they're not your counterpart. It doesn't work. It's not this toxic twin flame thing where it's like, oh, my DM is seeing someone else. He doesn't know that he's my DM. No. If like like you can have a like someone could deny it. Denial is a real thing, but if this person genuinely does not know, it's because they're not. So you're calling this individual in, they're going to recognize you. That's why we're calling them in. So keep that in mind. And let's do this. So raise your hands right now that we've charged our energy and tuned it up. Raise your hands. Shout out to the Earth lady who commented. We're going to send energy. Someone said, what if they married? Good question. So remember, this is your counterpart. This soulmate of yours, this is not a romantic soulmate. So I want you to kind of get the notion of soulmates having to be romantic. Throw that in the trash. That's pseudoscience. That's not real spirituality. That was added by people who just kind of wanted to fantasize romance. Soulmates have nothing to do with romance. Shout out to Hangmaster 17. That's that dude. Now, romantic partners want to get with their soulmate because that's the wise thing to do. But there's romantic partnerships and then there's soulmate relationships. Ideally, you want your romantic partnership to be a soulmate relationship. But they're not the same, and we need to stop. Like most of your soulmates are your friends. Most of your soulmate or your sister. My sister's my soulmate. My mom's my soulmate. My good friends are my soulmate. Okay. I had a teacher that's a soulmate. So the whole porn ruined dudes and Disney ruined girls. Kobe, you lit it, man. And you can see through synastry. So if someone is married, you have to kind of talk to what's your relationship, because your soulmate could be a married person. In fact, one of my soulmates is married. Okay. So if I had a partnership with her, it wouldn't be under a romantic context. We could still work together, maybe in a business connection, but I'm going to honor her marriage. I'm not going to be like, oh, we have the soulmate connection, so we should get. No, there's marriages, there's soulmates, and they're not the same. So keep that in mind, because for some of you, this is going to be a romantic connection, but it's not meant to be. Right. Every beerus needs a wheeze. There we go. For that business. Thank you. So keep that in mind. Okay. Um, Someone said, and all the non-binary and trans people just out here magicianing because we had to make some shit up. That's hilarious. And that's why I said too, it's not gender specific. So this could be between two men, this could be between two women, this could be between two trans people, this could be between a non-binary and a male. Like, we're talking archetypes. All right. Choose an archetype and let's do this. So raise your hand. But I'm gonna just be real. More realistically, the magician's gonna be a man with a penis, and the high priest is going to be a woman with a vagina, because it's actually the sexual glands that the psychic power works through. Go figure. It's actually through the sexual organs that a lot of this power comes through. So other than that, raise your hands. I want you to feel energy that you've just charged coming up your hands. Okay. Now that we're in the groove, okay, every Vegeta got a Bulma skirt. Right. I love this. Yeah. Vegeta would totally be magician. Bulma would be high priestess because she's got the intuitive wisdom with her technological smarts. And then Vegeta is just more the muscle man, the power dude. Boom. All right. So raise your hands. And now that we've connected our energy, I want you to feel this healing charged energy. Okay. Wanda, it is also the way men and women are socialized through gender norms. Genius. I want you to now direct healing energy throughout the world. Imagine healing energy is coming from your hands and showering the world. You can dance with it too. Shout out to Teresa's nipples that are so hard. That's a good sign. Dun, 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 dun. All right. The reason why I say you want to dance is because the energy you're healing the world with is what you want to kind of give into them. So that like, so somewhere right now is depressed, and because we're doing this, they're just gonna be like, see, we're helping people out of depression right now. How do you channel the sexual energy into a creative energy? Get horny and aroused and then do something creative. It's literally that simple. Instead of beating or busting your nut, do something creative with your sexual energy. All right. All right. So the reason why I said, by the way, your boy has been doing really good on that semen retention. Okay. You know how I was saying, yeah, I'm gonna hold my nut, and then I wouldn't. I'm holding my nut now. What am I, like 4 days in? Anyway, other than that, yes. So the reason why I said thank you, Sagittarius and Neptune, is because while I was doing the tune-up, Jupiter was like, I'm gonna hook y'all up. I'm gonna quote Jupiter. Jupiter was like, I'm gonna hook y'all niggas up. You guys can ask me a free miracle and a wish. So now that we've raised our hands, and Neptune, once Jupiter was down, Neptune's down. Do you know what that means, guys? Do you know what that means? Ah! We just won the lottery, bitch. We just won the lottery, motherfuckers. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Let me tell you. Oh, this is lit. Yo, Jupiter comes through. Sierra said I was talking with Big Jupe all day. Jupiter is that dude. And shout out to Sagittarius, yo. Jupiter is that dude. Jupiter comes through all the time. So Jupiter basically just said, no, I lost some seed earlier. It's all good, Hangmaster. You do you, bro. It's all good. It's not bad to do that, you know. I have my own philosophy on that. But Jupiter basically said, You can ask him for any miracle. And before the day is over or before tomorrow's over, it's coming true. Now, let me give you my story with Jupiter. Okay. So, first, what we're going to do, we just healed everyone, right? So, I want you to feel Jupiter and Neptune giving you their energy. Okay. Retention starts tomorrow. I feel you, bro. I feel you, bro. So, I want you to feel Jupiter and Neptune giving you their rays. And now I want you to feel those rays showering over everyone in the live chat. We're going to heal share real quick. Okay. So I want you to just feel yourself receiving the rays and now spread those, or I'm spreading all those rays to you. Boom. Boom. Jupiter is like your grandma, always got your back. What you need, she got you. Facts. Okay. And now, there's so much light. After you do this, I want you to, your hands are your higher self. Okay. I want you to now look at your avatar and put that energy Jupiter and Neptune are giving you and pour it through you. And when you're sharing it with the rest of the chat, put the intention for their wildest wishes and dreams to come true. You're channeling Neptune and Jupiter. That's why I was like, thank you, Sagittarius. Thank you, Pisces. Y'all rock. Y'all rock. Y'all must have impressed Jupiter for Jupiter to just be like, you know what? Tell the Vibe Tribe if they want to wish, I got them. Okay, this is lit. This is lit. I want you to even see my face if you watch the replay again right before I say thank you, Sag and Pisces. I was excited. Perfect. So, Colby, you the real map of the chat or MVP, which is facts. Colby is the real MVP of the chat. I'm glad you noticed that too. um, which is crazy because I think Hangmaster is a Virgo Sun, Leo Moon, and then Colby is Aqua Moon, Pisces Sun. That's interesting. But other than that, I could be wrong about them. No, yeah, I could be wrong on the moon signs. But regardless, now I'm going to, before I do the tarot, I'm going to read the channel messages. So we healed the earth. We Scorpio moon. There we go, Scorpio moon. But definitely Pisces Sun, Cap rising, Scorpio moon, Pisces Sun, and Virgo Sun. Boom. So now we're going to call in our counterpart. So I want you to, if you're the magician archetype, Charisse, I think your hands got cold because you're getting ready to call in your counterpart or you channeled Neptune. So sure, if you're the magician archetype, I want you to envision magician energy coming all over your body. Imagine yourself shrouded in this yellow magician energy. If you choose to be the high priestess archetype, shroud yourself in this sacred wisdom hidden blue energy. And if some of you don't like to follow the rules, you can do both. You don't have to do just one. I advise you do just one. Okay. And just so we can have ultimate focus. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take that energy and you're going to pour, if you're the magician, take it from your hands and Masenko ha that bitch into the high priestess. All right. If you're the high priestess, the magician could be red, the high priestess could be blue. If you're the high priestess, you could either channel energy to the magician or draw the magician to you. Okay. But what you're going to do is you're going to channel your energy to the magician so that this can guide the magician to you. Okay. And so let's Masenko these bitches. Boom. Masenko. You want to fill them up with the energy. You don't have to have a visual of what they look like, but the archetype, this is you calling them in, and set the intention to now connect with this counterpart. Dion, thank you for joining us. Virgo in the house. Some of you have already received synchronicities about who this counterpart is, or you've met representatives who have shown you their essence. If this applies to you, comment a fire sign emoji. If you've already seen synchronicities, you're manifesting this real time right now. So you need to be very, very open. So the purpose of this is, we know that you're showing your abilities, and the mechanism is entering a state. For some of you, it's an angelic mode. For others of you, it's a demon mode. For others of you, it's a devil mode. For others of you, it may be a God mode. For some of you, it might be an enhanced, empowered state. It's just an empowered, enhanced state. Okay. What, regardless of what it is, you're anchoring a state with which you can enter. So here's where the counterpart comes in. When you step into that enhanced state, you may become the magician, or you may become the high priestess. You're going to use that enhanced state to anchor this energy to draw in this counterpart. And so the purpose of this counterpart, okay, is so that this counterpart can draw out your latent ability, and this counterpart can draw out her latent ability. It's your counterpart relationship that's going to complete your abilities. Now that you've mastered everything that you can master on your own, it is time for you to manifest a partnership that can bring out the rest of this mastery. So it, like, trust, every single one of you watching this are manifesting a counterpart, and it's literally just going to kind of like happen, anchoring the sacred flame. That's why I'm like, this is what I mean. Okay. Everyone has to be in a partnership. Libra season. Libra season is going to send you somebody. And if some of you are so caught up in, oh, this is my soulmate, we have such great compatibility, this is just a contract. Aries season of Virgo season, you had to do yourself. Libra season of Pisces season, you have to do with the partner. And so you're going to attract that counterpart, but that person may not have to stay in your life. That's going to be their decision. So some of you might be like, oh, this is my soulmate. And then they draw out your potential. And then Pisces season, they peace out. And you can be like, I thought we were going to be together forever. Shout out to Neighborhood Hope Dealer. I thought we were going to be together forever. Like, what happened? And see, some of you will be together. Some of you will get married. Some of you hopefully don't become mortal enemies. But some of you may go your separate ways and continue to be friends. So don't look at this too much as a romantic union. Let any romance blossom naturally and authentically. You want to see this for what it is. It is the completion of your abilities, and you need your counterpart needs you. You need your counterpart. You are attracting and manifesting someone right now who complements your abilities. Maybe like moon opposite moon. Like if you're too intellectual, you might have to attract someone who can get you more in your feels, and you can help them be more logical. It's something like that. So keep that in mind. They might turn into that Capricorn boss battle. That's facts. You might even find out they fight for the boss battle. Maybe they didn't even know. Okay, so yeah, Hangmaster, I moved like in June, like a few months ago. Why once you said contract this guy I've been connected to texted me? That's amazing. Elena, it's because you're magic AF. That's why. Okay, so I'm gonna go down the finally no more celibacy. BJ, you're hilarious. Okay, I'm going to and your name is BJ. Okay, BJB. So we both cap moons. That's what Sarah. So please hit that. That's what's up, Sarah L. Please hit that like button if you haven't already. And all right. How I just met a woman with the same moon as my son, who was also an Earth sun. Bro, you are spot on. Mars G, thank you for saying that. The woman who has her moon as your son, that moon woman is the high priestess. Boom. That's how you'll be able to tell too with astrology. Like if the person is the moon, they're the high priestess. If you're Mercury or the sun, you're the magician. Boom. So, all right, yo. I'm going to go through the messages. I have 9 messages, and then I'm going to go to the tarot. This is the most messages I've ever gotten in a cosmic energy tune-up. So stay tuned. I feel this overwhelming love right now as I do this. So thank you guys. Shout out to the Hood Astrologer. What if you're the same sign? If you're the same sign, you're the same sign. I see what you mean. We'll just look at moon messages. You don't want to base it just off of the sun. So if you're the same sun sign, it doesn't mean that both of you are the magician. You just have to look at the moon sign compatibility. Is someone's rising on the moon, or someone's like for example, I saw a high priestess synchronicity. I pulled the high priestess and my mind thought it was somebody, but then on Instagram, I won't say her name, but a specific woman popped up and it was so magical. It was the high priestess. And then I pulled up her chart, and in tarot, the high priestess is the moon. Okay. I pulled up her chart. She has, so hold on. I pulled a high priestess card. I go on Instagram. This woman pops up in front of my face. I pull up her chart. Okay. She has the moon on directly conjunct her AC in Cancer. So her identity is the moon. She's the high priestess. Mercury is on my AC. That's the magician. So like this is how I saw, just like I saw the synchronicity of the high priestess archetype, your archetype is showing themselves to you too. But your conscious mind might be like, oh, it's this person they're talking about, or it's that person they're talking about. Meanwhile, it's like, no, they're showing you to your face. So like, don't worry. And it doesn't even mean that it specifically has to be that person. It might be, but you just don't, you're going to know. You're going to know. You're going to know. Trust me. So keep that in mind. That's how I saw the high priestess. And like, she literally is the high priestess. Then I saw the moon card after, which is the card of Pisces, and her sun is in Pisces. So boom. Oh, happy times. So my readings are on sale right now. $50 reports, $100 consultations. It's a steal. They're on sale till February. I'm booked out until October right now, but the turnaround time you schedule. So you schedule when I work on the report. A lot of people have confusion knowing what's a report or a consultation. The reports are just recorded. The consultations are live. So other than that, when I read these channeled messages, comment a fire sign emoji if they're resonant to you. As I share these channel messages, I'm encoding them with vocal tonality with the intent to awaken you. So this is going to send light codes or whatever codes you want to call them into your soul. When I did the tune-up was done with the intent to hyper activate your superpowers. So just like Mars G, all right, people like Mars G and Elena O, who are already receiving confirmation and who are already experiencing what I'm saying, is because you guys are magical as fuck. You're super magical. And I'm sorry if there are any kids who heard me curse. You are super magical, unless you kids curse too. What's up? This is very important because we're all hyper accelerating each other. So not only are you super magical, but you shared your super magical energy with us, which is making us more super magical. So like, what we're doing right now is the shit. It's so lit. It's so lit. This is better than going to the club and spending money on, flesh eating spirits or whatever. I don't mind alcohol though. I like channeling spirits through drinking spirits, but it is what it is. Other than that, at least you're not spending money on overpriced alcohol. This is the new club. I'm gonna just be real. We can do magic together, literally, and scientifically. So Tony Smith asked, do you post our readings to YouTube or email them to us? So yeah, I noticed a lot of you guys started seeing me putting readings on YouTube. So I email all the readings. I don't post readings directly to YouTube. I only post readings on YouTube if you give me the permission to post on YouTube. So it's usually you order a reading, I email it to you. Some people are cool. They give me permission to post, and then I post it so that people can learn, and you can also gain deeper insight into what a consultation is like and what charts are like. Woo! All right. And Teresa, I got you. So, and shout out to Barty. Barty Sharma is amazing. Thank you so much. You've definitely been an amazing support. And I got your order the other day too. Looking forward to doing that. So, other than that, you know, I'm gonna go down the list. Mars, I don't know if I already answered you or not because I don't see your email. All right. Other than that, here's the first message. The first message that I channeled when I think I was doing the grounding. Cosmic drugs. Thank you. I really liked your reading too. And Elena, I don't know if I posted it already, but I'm gonna work on that. If it's not expired, I'll make sure I do that. Let me put that in the notes. All right. So the first message is your inner voice is being completely suppressed by your conditioned mind. Jenny Alfon, thank you so much, so very much for your donation. Okay. So and I got you, Teresa. I'm gonna put that there too. So your inner voice is like a level 90 mage. It's the shit. It's lit. It doesn't even, your inner voice doesn't even interact in your real life. Your inner voice thinks that the real life you live is whack. So it retreats in your own inner world, but then it comes out of your inner world every now and then and it gives you advice. It's like, yo, why are you doing this, homie? You can get like me. Your inner voice wants you to get like you. It's hilarious, right? But your inner voice is trying to put you on. Your inner voice is like, you can do this different, you can do this, you can do that. And your conditioned mind is suppressing your inner voice. Your conditioned mind is trying to tell you what these fake scientists told you. Talking about your inner voice. Thank you, Kyra. Your inner voice is like, hey, you can teleport. You don't need to drive a car and pay all this car insurance. Because some of you are like, I don't have any money. I need to make more money. And your inner voice is like, stop paying car insurance. You can fly. I don't know why you still have this expensive ass home or apartment. You can just go into a pocket dimension. And then your conditioned mind is like, what? I can't fly. That doesn't even make sense. And your inner voice is like the deepest part of you. It's basically Mercury suppressing your moon sign. So, like, your moon sign is trying to put you on. Your inner voice is telling you all the secrets. Pretty thick chalet. Thank you so much, Pretty Thick. Okay. Undone is a very good. I got someone recommended that. I got to see that. Undone apparently is like really, really good. And so it's like, yeah, I got to see Undone. I really got to see Undone. This someone mentioned it before, but I never got to it. But I'm gonna make sure I check that out. Um, so your inner voice is putting you on. Your inner voice is telling you things that your conditioned mind can't accept because, oh nice, I can binge it. It can't accept because it's been conditioned not to. So you need to listen to your inner mind, because your inner soul is what is going to teach you. Oh, time travel. Your inner soul is going to teach you how to enter this enhanced state. Because to enter this enhanced state, everyone has the ability to enter it, but the way you do it is going to be unique to you. Okay. If any of you want to know what the whole book of life things, because what's going to happen, what we're scheduled for, the apocalypse cycle is here, and you'll know it's your inner voice because it's the same voice that talks mad shit about people. Shout out to Colby. You know that inner voice that's like, oh, this is a total loser, or this bitch is a waste of time, or nope, don't even trust this person. That, especially if Uranus or Neptune in Capricorn, your inner voice is going to sound like an asshole. but it knows what it's talking about and it's always right. Okay. That Neptune cap is the meanest intuition ever. Neptune cap is like, you know damn well you shouldn't be wasting your time with this loser. And then my Gemini sun is like, we didn't even meet them yet. That's rude. That's rude. Like, how are you gonna say that? And then the cap is like, I just know these things, motherfucker. Like, don't waste your time. And then I don't listen. And then I find out, damn, you were right once again the whole time. God damn it. Okay, I'm sorry. So like, we need to start listening to our inner voice, y'all. It is what it is. It is, and it's like, how are you always right? But it is what it is. So other than that, yeah, let's not suppress that inner voice. It's going to let you know how to harness your enhanced state because we're headed into the apocalypse. We're in the apocalypse cycle right now. So long story short, the whole notion of rapture and the judgment cycle. Some of you are aware of your place in the judgment process. Some of you are reincarnated angels, and some of you are reincarnated celestial beings. The whole purpose about the judgment process is to prepare humanity for the new heaven and the new earth. The reason why we're collectively even awakening supernatural abilities is to separate the wheats and the tares. With awakened supernatural abilities, let's welcome Julianne Hutchinson to the $1 Billion Vibe Tribe. With awakened supernatural abilities, okay, this is going to reveal the hidden demons within people's unconsciouses and the hidden good or bad within them to be judged. Okay, this is what's going to create war around this period because people will be able to do whatever. So you have a God mode. You have an infinite enhanced state. The whole mythology and rhetoric and doctrine around Jesus Christ coming back to equip the saints is an analogy for you stepping into a new body and a new heaven and a new earth. In order for that, your name has to be written in the book of life. If your name is not written in the book of life, you're not going to make it into the afterlife. Now, what religion served to do was to mythologize this in a moral way. This is less to do about morality and more to do about truth and personal development. So your name is in the book of life if you have unlocked and awakened your spirit name. In order to awaken your spirit name, you need to believe in your soul. You need to believe in your spirit. You need to go inside. You need to do the spiritual work. And so most people have lived a material life blinded to the treasure of their own inner being and inner voice because they're distracted by these outside voices that tell them how to live their life and what to believe, that they never activate their name. This is why the judgment process isn't, oh, you did good or you did bad. It's, motherfucker, what's your spirit name? Because you can't go in if you don't know your spirit name. Once you say, let's welcome Hangmaster 17 to the $1 Billion Vibe Tribe. And Whitney Esther, thank you so much for the 888. All right. And I wish the same for you. Much appreciated. Akia, thank you so much for your donation as well. Y'all are all amazing. Thank you. So some of you already know your name. Okay. Some of you are just finding out your name. All right. In Bleach, if for any of you who want insight into this, type in Zanpakuto, Soul Cutter Sword. Bleach nailed that concept. And Hunter x Hunter does too. Every single person has a spirit name, but you have to manifest here in reality and release it so you can activate it. Once your spirit name is activated, this is where your spirit name is not going to activate if you're living a shitty life, right? If you are not aligned in truth. Oh, Zanpakuto. Hold on. I'll give y'all the wiki page. It's Zanpakto, Soul Cutter Sword. The whole notion of a Zanpakuto, every Shinigami from their soul has created a spirit. And once they say the name of their spirit, their powers release because the word activates power. Let's welcome Inspirational Touch to the Yin Yang Master. And let's welcome Amy Woda to $1 Billion Vibe Tribe. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Congratulations. Should spirit name be kept secret? That really depends on you. No one else can say your spirit name and use it and control you, because what activates your spirit name is your vibration. Someone else saying your spirit name is like trying to take their key and open your door. Only your key opens your door. I hope that makes sense, right? I can't just take my door key and open someone else's door. I can't just say someone else's spirit name and expect something to happen unless you're like super advanced. Still, that's not going to work. So, this is also, once you're in that enhanced state, right? Think about Billy Batson, who says Shazam. Let's welcome Kaylee Burkana Star to the ascension path. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so yeah, Bleach is lit. Soul Society is real, guys. Soul Society is real. All right, all these people sending their ancestors ancestor money. There's a whole civilization in the afterlife that is a little bit like this. Okay, they may not have that much advanced technology because they don't need it, but yeah, keep that in mind. So other than that, you must know your soul name. And I am talking about Bleach. So it's very similar to Billy Batson. He says what? Shazam. But before he did that, he had to hold this. He had to hold a man's stick and say his name, which is gay, I know. But he had to hold the power source and say the name. Okay. So you have a spirit name. Okay. It is your relationship with your spirit and soul that does. So a successful rapper has a spirit name. Trey Ali, great question. Success, and this is the illusion. Okay, so a rapper being successful, someone being rich, someone having a whole bunch of money, someone having a whole bunch of fans has nothing to do about them knowing their spirit name. So you can be the richest, most successful, famous person. If you don't know your spirit name, you're not going to afterlife. Like, you're not going into new heaven, new earth, and all your riches weren't shit. So that like the most valuable thing you can know is your spirit name. This is how you release your power. Your superpowers and your abilities are in your spirit name, whether you know it or you say it physically. Only you can know your spirit name. No one else can know your spirit name. Do you now see why personal development is important? Because some of y'all don't, some of y'all want this overnight. Some of you, your spirits don't respect you. Some of you, your souls don't respect you, just like Bleach. The whole Bleach is like over 300 episodes long. It took a vice captain of high rank the whole show for his own sword to respect him. And his sword only gave him a fraction of his power. Some of you, your moon signs, they are not giving you all its power. They're worried about you. They know that if they gave you all its power and showed you the name, you would jump into death or you would do something dangerous. Some of you, your souls and spirits don't respect you because you disrespect it. You allow other people to tell you who you are, and you don't stand up for yourself. And you listen to other people other than your inner voice. And so your spirit doesn't fuck with you. It has not given you its name. And some of you have to take the time to get to know yourself again. And amazing quote from Bleach. When Ichigo was fighting his sword said, "Is someone your friend just because you know his name? Is someone automatically your best friend just because he told you his name and you know his name?" Implying that you need to actually have a relationship, meditate with your spirit, get to know yourself. Okay, this world wants to distract you from everything but what you should get to know yourself. Okay, so keep that in mind. Doesn't matter how cool other people think you are. They don't want that smoke with you. All they know how to do is to just preach to the choir and take stuff out there. But when it comes to seeing you, where they at? Exactly. So it's counterattack time. Listen, this is why this is so important. This is why I'm making this tune-up longer than necessary, because you are awakening superpowers. And there's a large majority of the population who doesn't know it. And they're going to get screwed. They're going to let globalist interest rob them of their birthright, because they're not serious about this spiritual path. It's not trendy enough for them. It's not cool enough for them. This shit is life and death for me. I'm doing this to stand up for the children of your generation who are getting sold into slavery and who are being lied to. I don't stand for that shit. This is why I do what I do, so that I can bring this truth and illumination to them too. And they gonna know what to do with it. So Not only is this awakening, like you're going to be changing communities around you because you're bringing this energy there where other people were, they had the opportunity to dive deep like you did, but you actually took that opportunity. Do you know what the reward for that is? Real fucking superpowers. What's up? Everyone's awakening it anyway. It's just how aware are you of it? So here is the second message. Okay. By the way, Mars G, I just got your email. Um, I'm gonna email you right now, but just hit up my website. As far as when the best time to schedule is, you will see the scheduler. I'm just gonna respond with my website just in case you. That's why I'm not saying anything more because I don't want to do too much stuff. But just schedule on my website. You can schedule what time I work on it, and I always recommend starting with the natal chart report or get the live reading because they're about the same price right now anyway. Okay. So other than that, the second channeled message is you keep tuning out your spirit guides and celestial alien friends. What are they not real enough for you? Every day they show you synchronicities, and they are so ingrained as a part of your life that most of these beings are more real than the fake people you hang out with for real on a daily basis. Most of these beings vibrate at such a high frequency, you can't see them, but that doesn't mean they're not real, right? There are spectrums and frequencies of energy that your eye can't see, right? Right? There are certain places in the universe right now you can't perceive. The laws of physics are different there, and the energy that vibrates is outside of your ability to perceive. Does it mean it's not real? Oh, it's real. Just like your spirit guides and just like literal aliens. Like there's certain extraterrestrial facets of yourself. Like you're not just a human being. So you have a higher self. You have an alien part of you. You have a celestial facet of you that interacts with you like this simulation is a video game. And so the trick is remembering that you're not limited to just this dimension as you're a multi-dimensional being. Some people get it and some people think they get it. Okay. For those who think they get it, they still have earthly attachments and they still have worries. Like they say they're spiritual, but when it comes time to be spiritual and exercise faith and knowledge, they start to worry, they start to doubt. That's not spiritual. You should know what's good. Okay. Doesn't mean that you won't have challenges, but you shouldn't have doubt. You should know what you're doing because this is the life we chose. It's okay to come into understanding. It's okay to not know, but it's not ever okay to have doubt. We don't do this so that we can doubt on the way. And your spirit guides are pissed because they don't really know what more. And not for all of you. Some of you have a healthy relationship. You know you have a healthy relationship with your spirit guides if you look crazy as hell. If you talk to yourself openly, most of you are not talking to yourselves, especially if you have Neptune on your moon, Neptune transiting your moon, or Neptune on your sun. That is the literal ability to communicate with fairies and other people in other dimensions that you won't be able to perceive outside of this third dimensional realm, but you have feelings, sensations. It's okay to believe in this stuff, guys. Some people are terrified of believing in this stuff because you've been scared. You've been conditioned not to. But for the rest of you who are open, they're ready to open up to you. And this is the first time ever collectively we're able to do this. Just like this is the first time ever we have technology at this level to do this, which has a lot to do with that. So I'm going to say that again. Some of you keep tuning out your spirit guides and celestial alien friends because it doesn't make sense to you. Your celestial alien friends are like huge beings, but then you want them to fit in this box. And if they don't fit in this limited perspective of box, then you're gonna tune them out. And it's like, come on, B. They've been rocking with you the whole time. They ride for you, they rock with you. You can listen to them. Some of you think that you're having interpersonal conversations with yourself. You're having whole on conversations with other beings. Some of you are able to actually say something before you finish saying it, which is normal, right? But it's like instead of vocalizing the thought, you feel it now because your mind is processing so much quicker. Are all aliens fallen angels? Great question. Are all black people thugs? Are all cops bad cops? That's the answer to your question. Let us welcome Emma R. to the $1 billion vibe tribe. Amen. Okay. Thank you for joining. So the third message is Jupiter said you can call on this being. Jupiter said you can call on Jupiter for a miracle tonight. Could it also be you talking very fast when you speak? It could be. I see you, Cosmic Drugs. So, yes, Jupiter said you can call on its essence for a miracle. Anything you want. Let me tell you why I'm so fucking excited. Every time I've called on Jupiter, Jupiter's come through. Every time. I called on Jupiter once for $200. And in less than 3 hours. Yo, see, now I know why Jupiter is all about religion. Because I'm about to get religious here. Won't God do it? Tap your neighbor to the side and say, won't God do it? Won't God do it? I'm finna get religious here. Woo, praise God. Like, Jupiter does it for me, man. That's all I'm going to say. Less than 3 hours later, I forgot about it. I was like, Jupiter, hook me up, man. Let me get $200. I will sing 3 songs to you. Okay. I let that go. I forgot I asked. And this is how manifestation works for me. When I forget I ask and I'm not even on it, that should be coming in. Like when there's nothing in me that's like, oh, is it coming in? And like forget about it. Ooh, in less than 3 hours, tell me why I get given $150. Period. Someone gives me $150 and then asks me, hey, do you want an extra 50? And I was so dumbfounded. I was like, nah, you can keep the 50. I couldn't believe it. Even though this isn't the first time I've manifested like that, I couldn't believe it. Not only did I get the exact amount that I wanted, the woman or goddess who gave me this was a Sagittarius. So I asked Jupiter, and Jupiter sent a Sagittarius. Like, that's magic. That's magic. That's magic. That's magic. Okay, it's all good. And then I sang the 3 songs because Jupiter likes music, right? Okay. The other day, maybe like a month or 2 ago, right? I asked Jupiter, hey, I'm ready to evolve. I want to evolve. Like, let's do this. And I started getting frustrated. Like, Jupiter, are you listening to my requests? Only to forget, like I remembered in hindsight, Jupiter came through for that too. So my dumbass, I forgot that Jupiter came through as soon as I asked. I asked Jupiter, I'm ready to evolve and level up. The very less than 24 hours. Less than 24 hours later, a Sagittarius woman, a Sagittarius goddess asked me, hey, can I give you a healing? I want to evolve you. I shit you not. She didn't say those words, but she wanted to give me a healing. She said that she's been wanting to give it to me before, but now she finally was able to. And we uncovered all sorts of past life connections. Shout out to Nosh. I don't know if Nosh is in the chat right now, but holler at her. She's a real deal. And like in less than 24 hours, Sagittarius Jupiter sent another Sagittarius to hook your boy up. So Jupiter's lit. Jupiter's legit. The fact that Jupiter, Nosh, what's up, Nosh? Holla! I love you. Thank you for joining. Woo woo. The fact that Jupiter was like, hey, I got y'all. If y'all want a miracle, just call on me. Y'all better take that serious. You need to get excited. And they're in each other's decans. Good looks, Kobe. I completely forgot. You need to get excited because Jupiter don't play around. Jupiter don't play around. There is a catch though. So we just did the miracle juice. If you didn't do the miracle stuff with us, you don't have to. I'm going to tell you how to unlock Jupiter's blessing. So first step is to call on Jupiter. All right. Channel Jupiter's energy, feel Jupiter's energy, and then evoke, speak out, and send a request to what you want for Jupiter. Be super specific because the sun is in Virgo. Okay. Elena said, can't stop smiling because I just called on him. OMG. Elena, you on it. That's what's up. Alana, you on it. That's what's up. Beetlejuice. So other than that, After you say it, now for energetic exchange purposes, all you have to do is sing Jupiter one song. It could be a song you know. It could be a song you make up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to sing Jupiter a song I know, and I'm going to freestyle a song to Jupiter. Okay. Can I think about the best request and then do it before the sun comes up? Yummy King, there's no time limit. There's no time limit. Great question. Whenever y'all want to do this, Jupiter comes through. Jupiter was just like, I'm feeling good right now. And I think it's because of the Sagittariuses and Pisces in the chat. Y'all were just so lit. Jupiter was just like, all right, I want to grant some miracles. That's exactly how Jupiter was like, hey, yo, let them know if they want a miracle, I got them. On some pimp daddies, I got you. So y'all better call out Jupiter. The only thing is you need to sing from the heart. You need to actually come from the heart. Do scheming, bruh. Yep. Oh, I got you, fam. I'm gonna do scheming. I'm gonna post the link there for anyone who's ever heard my first album. One of my greatest tracks of all time is actually called Scheming. It's the last track on the album Initiation, and the beat was produced by Hangmaster 17, the legend Hangmaster 17. Hold on, I'm gonna post that real quick. Bob Trey, nigga. Listen, feeling like the realest shit I ever wrote. I don't want to get copyrighted because this my distributor will copyright this video, but yeah, you can find me on SoundCloud at RhymeSkeem or Spotify or Tidal, RhymeSkeem. So yeah, I'm definitely that's gonna be one of those songs. So Jupiter, I'm gonna give you three. You can give Jupiter as many songs, but at least one. Sing it with your heart. Set the intention first, and then pay with your song. And then after that, let it go. Let it go and prepare to be amazed. Okay, so the next channel message I have, and I have one more favor. You don't have to do this part because for some of you it might be private, but when Jupiter answers, when Jupiter gives you a miracle, Jupiter wants to give you a miracle. When Jupiter gives you a miracle, okay, please tell me what that was. Tell me the story behind it. I want to know. I love when you guys give me feedback. It's amazing. You can write your own song. You can freestyle. You can sing a song someone else made. Just sing it from the heart. Jupiter just wants you to sing it from the heart. That's about it. Okay. So the fourth message is say I activate my crown chakra. You can do that whenever you want. We can do that now together. In 10, all we're going to say is I activate my crown chakra. This is going to vocally prompt your crown chakra to give you whatever goodies are in it. Shout out to Melissa Smith. I remember she gave me an amazing Lemurian light healing. Holler at her for that. And she mentioned that there was a dove in my crown, which was just so on point for me. The symbolism of the dove, which to me is like the Holy Spirit. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I activate my crown chakra. We activate our crown chakra. Our crown chakras are activated. Boom. The fifth message is okay. So when I did the third eye, so the crown chakra was when I did the 7 breaths to the crown. The third eye, I got a very powerful message because, oh, you don't have to do this on Thursday. You can do this whenever you want. I know they say Thursday correlates with Jupiter and their solar prominences, but I am not a believer that each day is ruled by a planet because that's hilarious to me. It's ludicrous. We have to remember that Gregorian and Julian calendars never always existed. So then what did they rule before they existed? It's like you have to like, could you imagine if the planets met in the sky? We need to do a skit. Could you imagine if the planets met in the sky and they're like, okay, so who's gonna rule Thursday? And then Jupiter's like, I'm gonna take it. And then Venus is like, I'll take Friday. And then Uranus is like, guys, the Gregorian calendar hasn't even been invented yet. So like that's to me, that's why I'm just a little bit skeptical about like solar prominences like that. I think there is legit science to it though, because solar prominences are a real thing. I just need to research for real if it works like that. But other than that, you know, now, what you can do if you have a deal with the planets, like you can decide, hey, Venus, I want you to rule Thursday for me, or I want you to rule that. You can do your own kind of stuff like that and live like that. But I want to look more into the science behind that. But other than that, the fifth message I have is your third eye will be showing you things you suppress. Confront it all. Okay. So ever since you were born, a lot of you have suppressed your psychic abilities because you've seen things you didn't want to see. It was you weren't ready to start seeing spirits at 3 a.m. More realistically, you saw that your friend was a fuckboy, or you saw red flags within people that you didn't want to see, and so you just kind of suppressed it. And so now, so why don't y'all saying something? So now that I blew this energy into your third eye, this is gonna supercharge everything you suppressed, right? So you're going to see things you don't want to see, okay, or things you suppressed, things that you're kind of used to kind of turning a blind eye to, or is just too intense for you. You must confront this because because what has been suppressed is coming up, right? It's all going to come up. It's going to be somewhat uncomfortable. For some of you, it's going to be amazing. Some of you don't like seeing death, and a lot of your powers are kind of tied to that, and you kind of have to step up to responsibility for these. So you have to confront it. You have to confront it, no matter, like, if it makes you feel uncomfortable, you have to confront it. Okay. And once you confront it, you regain that facet of your abilities. And so you can now reinforce the suppression with confrontation. Okay. Imagine seeing the evil deeds in people. No one wants to see that. Yes. For a lot of you, you can already see evil in people and you're going to have to confront it. All right. Practically, of course. Like if you see evil in someone, you don't have to walk up to them and just be like, you're evil, unless you're about it like that. And you could do that. You can have amazing convos, but confront it in the ways that you can. Don't suppress it. All right. Next, the sixth message is awesome. Awesome. Okay. So you know how you know how there's ride shares. We already did this one, but you know how there's ride share. Love you, Malika. Thank you again. I still have your painting with me. I have two of them now. So you know how there's ride share? Well, we're doing a heel share. Shout out to the 444 people in chat. So heel share is dictating that while we're borrowing our energies together, we can heal share. Okay. We can kind of like heal each other is pretty much what I'm saying. But this one we kind of already just did. So I kind of lost the fire behind this meeting because we literally just did it. But you are encouraged to heal share and draw energy that is collective to really feel into this healing hub. This is our currency. Okay. When we're kind of charged in here, we kind of gain access to collective abilities as well. Especially for those of you who are Pisces. Pisces are like the Shanzungs of the zodiac. So if you have a Pisces in the clique, a Pisces can harness your supernatural abilities if they're in your proximity. That's why you always have to have a Pisces Pisces has their own abilities, but then they can literally empathize with you and channel your abilities through you. It's lit, actually. Virgo does it, but more in like a physical sense. Um, so the seventh is now express your true feelings to your sacred counterpart. So someone asked a very good question. Someone said, what if your sacred counterpart doesn't know it's you? First of all, they will know it's you. However, what I'm going to say may contradict that. The reason why you want to express your true feelings is for some of you, you see, your counterpart may not know it's you if you don't step into that activation. So when you step into that activation and then show them, hey, I am your counterpart, they will now realize it. Okay. Of course, if they don't, it's because it's not them. So just keep that in mind. We just called them in. Okay. And listen, when you do this, it's not going to be nerve-wracking. You're not telling someone your feelings for them, like, oh, I love you and I want to have kids with. You're not asking someone to marry you. It's going to be empowering. It's going to feel right. Okay, it's going to feel so right. And it's going to make sense to both of you because you've had synchronicities about this individual. They've had synchronicities about your archetype and or you specifically. So you need to both vocally express this. This is really just going to be more so, hey, we're counterparts. Some of you will be able to know how to break it down astrologically and show in the chart, hey, we're literally destined to work together or be together. Others of you, you'll have intuition. Others of you will have dreams. Others of you don't even need to explain yourself. Just just tell the truth. Be like, you and I, we're meant to work together. Like we're counterparts. We're meant to be together. Like you're operating off of the truth. You've just called this energy in, so you will know when it's time to express this. The purpose of this is so that when your counterpart manifests, you need to anchor it by expressing and defining what it is. So, realign spine, correct tech neck, superheroes ain't hunched over on phones. There's physiology to this shit. Amen to that. That's facts. So keep that in mind. We need a mass session just for the counterparts. That's facts. Manifest their asses. If y'all are down to do that, new moon in Libra, we can dedicate the new moon in Libra ceremony to manifesting counterparts. Okay, because this is what's coming in with Libra season. Remember, the counterpart doesn't have to be a human. For some of you, your counterpart could be a video game. We already called in the counterpart, so we can do it more again during the Libra season, but we've already called it in. And when they show up, don't get nervous, because let me tell you, some of these counterparts, first of all, they may already be looking at you. They already may know you. Rachel, I got you. See, and we got the world. So you're gonna complete each other. You and your counterpart are going to complete each other. There are certain things that your counterpart does that will complete what you do, and you do that will complete what they do. So it's going to make sense on paper, and it's just going to make sense to both of you. It's not going to be one person like, I don't know, like both of you are going to be clear on this. You just need to kind of grab your nuts or ovaries and like make it happen. Some of you are going to be nervous as hell. The reason why some of you are going to be nervous as hell is because this is going to be, for all intents and purpose, everything you've always wanted. And some of you are going to feel like they're out your league when they may feel the same thing about you. Okay. Is this person out your league? Fuck no. They're your counterpart. So it's very important that you break through any insecurity or how it may not have worked with the wrong person, and you just keep a straight business. Okay. Venus is in Leo. You could do a song and dance. Remember, for most of you, this might be with a friend. Okay. So it's not like you're asking someone to be your husband or wife. Like you're just acknowledging the counterpart combo because you and your counterpart have important work to do with Libra. This is who you're going to fight the second boss battle with. You're going to recruit these guilds together. Boom. Or build these guilds. Awesome. So keep that in mind, especially when taking into account how powerfully you're ready not only to partner with this force, but to really, step powerfully into this stage of your journey. Another thing that's also very important is that, once again, for many of you, this is going to be less about, for many of you, this could be more so a series of people who connect with the archetype. So if you're the magician, you may work with 3 high priestess energies, 2 that are a woman, 1 that's a man. So it doesn't have to be specific to just an individual like that. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Um, boop, 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 boop. Niche. All right, y'all. The 8th message is when I did the sacral chakra. This is, and this is timed perfectly because the moon is in Scorpio. So the secret of your soul will be revealed from your sacral chakra before tomorrow is over, if not tonight. Nicole, thank you. You and I have like ridiculously crazy synastry. So I'm glad you said that because the whole air sign thing. Oh, that's what's up. So keep that in mind. Ugh, Colby, that's hilarious. So once again, yeah, you're going to have a deep inner knowing and deep inner feeling. And this is a secret. Okay. So this secret about your chart is going to be something that's controversial. Some of you may realize the secret of your soul is like you're the devil's brother or something like that. Or is it possible to have more than one counterpart? Sheesh the beast, great question. So you only have one counterpart. However, your one counterpart can manifest in different people. Your one counterpart can manifest in different individuals who resonate with that archetype. Great question. It doesn't have to be just one individual. Okay. Remember, these aren't all going to be romantic. So you might, if you're the magician, you might manifest the high priestess archetype in your sister, in your best friend, and in a romantic partner and in a job. So it doesn't, it's one counterpart, but it can be limitless expressions of this one counterpart. Okay. That's why I keep saying it's like, don't think about this too romantically because it's beyond romance. This is about energy. Okay. This is so when I say your counterpart's going to reveal itself to you now, because we just called this in, it's going to reveal itself to you now. It's just some of you are going to be waiting for your soulmate to fall on your lap. Some of you are going to be like, oh, I didn't meet anybody. And it's like, you're more than just a physical vessel. The reason why it's so hard for some of you to manifest love in your life is because you still don't know who you are. You still think you're a physical flesh suit. So you're looking for a physical flesh suit to love when you are beyond this, just like your partner is beyond this. So your partner is hitting you up in ways that you can't see because you're focused in the material, and you can blame these fake scientists who lied to you about the nature of reality and you. So other than that, and I'm going hard. I don't care how jaded I sound, because NASA today is still lying to people about 13 sign zodiacs. I went to Planet 13 and I spoke to an individual and I talked to him about, hey, I do astrology. this is my channel. And dude looked at, he was an Aquarius, and I appreciated this because Aquarius is always like the scientific one, right? And he looked at me and he's like, oh, I don't know if you've heard about the precession of the equinoxes, but you know, because of the leap year, the degrees have changed. And I've been, and I had to interrupt him and be like, you're talking about the precession of the equinox. And that's how I had to tell him, you know, the zodiac isn't based on the constellations. But I don't think he knows enough about astrology to even know what I said. And it just hurt my heart because this is someone who means well, but he's going off the guidance of scientists who don't even fucking read astrology. And, you know, it's just kind of, and CIA admitted to Gateway process that we are in the hologram. This is facts. But other than that, the secret of your soul is being released with this moon in Scorpio. And it's going to be controversial because there's what you were taught you were, and there's what your soul. Some of you may realize you're a unicorn in human form. Some of you may realize, hey, I'm actually the devil and I work for the dark side, or the devil is my brother and I have to fight a fated war against him during Armageddon. Like crazy shit. It's going to be crazy, but you're not going to doubt it. If you're doubting it and if you're like, is this what it is? This isn't it. You're going to know what it is because it's a deep soul knowing. And the moon is in Scorpio right now. So you're going to feel this now. Like it's already happening. There we go. Deep soul knowing. Okay. Sacral, it's going to come from the sacral chakra. And the last message. The last message that I have is, and this is a beautiful message. This is the one I said is going to mess you up in the head. You are the reason. Okay. I actually saw this I saw this funny meme where it's like, this is the reason for everything in your life. And it's a mirror. It says, your setbacks, your disappointments, your parents' divorce. That was hilarious. I don't mean it like that. That's not what I mean when I say you're the reason. When I say you're the reason, some of you, and this goes back to your spirit guides. If you listen to your spirit guides and if you listen to your inner voice, you wouldn't do this. But like some of you are impacting events in the world. And listen, I'm talking to you. Yes, homie, you. Yes, that was you who did that. Some of you are still trying to play, oh, it was a coincidence. It was a coincidence. No, it was you. You had to do that spell. You had to lose your temper and you had to say that thing. And exactly what you said, now it's happening in the news in the world. You're the reason. Okay? There are collective things happening in the world because of you. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. Specific certain things that have happened that you triggered because you wanted to do something. Maybe you did a spell, or maybe you felt a certain way, or maybe you were led to do something. So some of you need to know this because some of you think it was a coincidence, even though you know what happened. And now you're just, but you know that this applies to you if you felt like it was you, but you were just like, nah, that's my ego. That's my ego. I couldn't have triggered something so mad. Yes, you did. I know what you did last summer. Unless it was this 2020, I know you didn't do shit this summer. Or I know you didn't do shit last summer, but it doesn't matter. The purpose of this message is to let you know you're the reason. You're inducing collective activity and world events or social events just by being there. And your logical linear mind has trouble processing it because you're so used to cause and effect being induced physically. Like, I caused this to fall. But what I'm talking about is you're in Tennessee, okay? And over here in Vegas, this just fell on its own. You did that. You did that. You did that. I did that just now. But you did that hypothetically, okay? And you're going that it's very tied into the secret of your soul. For some of you, it's controversial, okay? And when I say it's controversial, some of you are an archetype of person that's the bad guy. If you were profiled on CNN right now, you'd be the bad guy. And so are you bad? No, you're real. There's no such thing as good or bad at the God level, especially. It is what it is. But some of you are the bad guy. And it's your destiny to be the bad guy. And you suppress this because you realize that, and also because, yeah, just what Kobe said, that too. But you've realized that most people have been taught what's right or wrong. And so if you share some of your rhetoric with them or your truth with them or the truth with them, they'll be like, oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. And they won't understand where you're coming from because they look at it at such a black and white way, but you're showing them the shadow integration, like Shannon said. So some of you've kind of suppressed it because you know how taboo it is, and you feel like, oh no, this is bad. There we go. Like some of you may realize, holy shit, I'm a Sith Lord. Like I'm the dark side. I've never met a Sith Lord that isn't proud of being a Sith Lord. Y'all are hilarious and amazing, and you're about that life. But once again, I say hilarious because y'all be open with it. Like, yeah, I'm a Sith Lord, and it's like, nigga, hold on, you're supposed to hide this. But anyway, other than that, yeah, some of you might realize, holy shit, like my ideals and what I stand for, someone would call me a terrorist, and you need to understand you're destined to be that. No, I'm not saying you're destined to be a terrorist, but you're destined to be this archetype. So just because a bunch of people think it's evil or bad, it's not. What makes it evil are your actions and your intent. If your intent and actions are evil, they're evil. Not because other people in their opinions think it's evil. Okay. And now let's get to the cards. Boom. So the bottom card here is going to be the supernatural mechanism to focus on. Shout out to Sarah Olak. What about the other way around? What do you mean the other way around? Like if you think you're someone that's good, or if you think you're someone that's like the other way around, then that applies too. I was just saying this one because mostly if it's the other way around, people don't have a problem denying that. Oh, or if you have a problem denying that you're someone that's uplifting, yeah, then that's true too. But just, yeah, something to keep that in mind. Anti-villain. A lot of you are anti-villains. Let me break that down too. So you have here, there's no such thing as heroes and villains because a hero is a villain in someone's story and a hero in someone else's story. You're always the hero and the villain at the same time. You're a hero to someone and you're a villain to someone else. That's facts. Anti-heroes are like Deadpool. Anti-heroes still fight alongside heroes, but their general behavior is anti the ideals and values of heroes. Many of you are anti-villains, like myself. I mean, I don't consider myself a hero or a villain. I'm just me. But especially a lot of Pluto Scorpio and Pluto Sag, Pluto Libra are anti-heroes. A lot of Pluto Sag, a lot of Pluto Librans, y'all are anti-heroes. A lot of Pluto Scorpios and Pluto Caps, even Pluto Virgo is like halfway. Pluto Virgo is strictly hero, strictly villain, or a bit anti. A lot of Pluto Scorpio is anti-villain. So what an anti-villain is, anti-villains and heroes have the same goal. Okay. 100 people are kidnapped, right? By 3 people holding them hostage. The hero is going to save those 100 people and not kill those 3 hostages, right? Because they want to do the right thing. An anti-villain is going to cut the heads off of those 3 hostages and save the hostages. So the hero and the anti-villain want the same thing. The only difference is the anti-villain is willing to do the bad thing to get the good result. The anti-villain is willing to be a villain if it means saving those people. Whereas the hero can't be a villain because they're a hero, right? The hero will only get up to a certain point. So many of you are anti-villains and you either know it or you don't know it. Okay, and you're gonna really step into that. So keep that in mind. Not the hostages, you mean the people holding the hostages. But yeah. Let me do the cards. Anti-villains are vigilantes. So we're entering a whole age where vigilantism is about to skyrocket. It's gonna start with pedophilia because the first stage of it is distrust for the police. Okay, the rhetoric about anti-police is going to raise, and people who are pro-police and anti-police are going to become vigilantes. This is going to be a thing. The first targets of these vigilantes are anyone who are on sex offender lists. There, if you're like, someone already went to jail for killing sex offenders. Okay, so you're about to see a whole shit ton of vigilantes who are going to kill sex offenders, and it's going to be ugly. It's not really, first of all, vigilantism is not legal. I could give a fuck less, but I just need to tell you objectively, it's not legal. So like, no one really has that right to put justice in their own hands, but they're going to. It's a whole, that's Pluto Aqua. Pluto Aqua, we're gonna have vigilantism, we're gonna have hacking. Okay, picture a world where every single message you've ever sent is revealed to the world, and just like OnlyFans got leaked, you can see everyone's leaked information. This is the first phase of judgment. This is why, like, did you put in that work? If all of my shit is leaked, I got nothing to fear. I've never been a scumbag. The most you gonna see is the embarrassing one paragraph messages I used to write to women back in the day, trying to get them to be my girlfriend. That's about it. I have nothing to hide. At most, it's just gonna be some embarrassing messages. So other than that, freaking celebrity killers, star killers. Pluto Aqua is going to bring serial killers who kill celebrities, because there's going to be the buildup of the humanity being pissed at celebrities thinking they're better. There's going to be a sect of people who, if you're famous, you're going to need a bodyguard. Like, that's the new age we're headed into, y'all. So vigilantism for sure. Okay, so the bottom card is Annie. That's facts. That's facts. Okay. Thank you, Dana. It's going down, guys. Boom. So this is your past, present, and future. You're stepping into awakening. All right, guys. I think this might make some of you cry. Okay. I hope not. Many of you are realizing that as amazing and talented as you are, you've just dealt with influences and people that have failed to recognize your expertise. It's very bittersweet. It's like, and I'm hearing this very channeled from many of you. It's like you've watched people do it wrong with everyone else when they could have just gone to you. And they didn't come to you for the most superficial reasons. Some of you didn't have the most followers. Some of you didn't have the most likes. Some of you weren't the richest people. And so you've seen other people go to others for superficial reasons when you are like the expert. Okay. I really hope this makes sense. So a lot of you are releasing this just disappointment because it's like, wow, like, you're realizing you were good enough the whole time. At some point, you started to question if you're good enough, and then you realize, wow, not only am I good enough, I was the expert the whole time, and like, time was just kind of wasted. You know what I'm saying? Like, I almost started questioning whether I had it because I saw other people look like it's some of y'all got done dirty. Like you opened your arms for people, and instead they just went to fake people because the fake people looked more glossy. They looked more plastic. Meanwhile, you the realist. And they were like, oh, but you don't look the part. And so, you're releasing that. You're releasing that because that does not define you. And the King of Swords is you stepping into your expertise. It could even be someone like me, the King of Swords at present, guiding you along this path. But this is you, buddy. This is you, my friend. Whatever it is you're good at doing, you're expert. And this is what's leading you into your highest purpose. You're stepping into awakening. Before the week is over, if not the season, you're stepping into awakening. Judgment card is not only full awakening, you're going to apply this expertise into your life's higher purpose. So this part of your life is over, where you've allowed certain people to just underestimate you. Gone are those days, and you're stepping into an awakening of energy that's going to be so much better. So this tune-up was for Virgo season. We're at the end of Virgo season, so before the end of Libra season. Great question, Alana. Yes. Chariot, victory. So it's like the same people who kind of stood you up for fake people about to watch you just sail into victory. But this isn't about I told you so. This isn't about I was right all along. This is a personal victory. You're awakening. The bottom card is supposed to be the supernatural mechanism. Chariot. This is breakthrough. Do we have the 8 of Wands too anywhere? No, we got the page. So we have breakthrough. Okay. Chariot as a supernatural power mechanism is saying that you're stepping into your superpowers. The chariot is literally using your superpowers to catch a W. So this is talking about victory as an underlying theme. It's saying to go forward where others are afraid to take that step. But it's saying this season you achieve literal victory concerning your superpowers. See, Yemi was like, literally, watch it be the chariot. He just used his superpowers. There's no way he could have known that it was a chariot unless he used his intuition. And that's beautiful. And that's amazing. Once again, we have this counterpart energy. Boom. You both of you have something that the other can gain from and may lack in some aspects. So you're balancing both facets of the chariot in your being, and you're stepping into victory. The only thing here is basically this is facts. You're going to break through. The chariot is saying you're going to break through. You're going to break through into that state. When you break through into that state, you need to carry forth momentum. Because if you break through into that state and you're like, I did it, you're not going to carry forth momentum. You need to carry forth momentum. Let's say you enter that state and you're in this powered state. Everyone is awakening the ability to enter a cerebral apex, where they can enter a focused state where they can harness the max potential of their abilities. It's literally like Lee releasing a gate. Everyone's coming into the ability to do this. It's about to be literature. People are about to start teaching how to do this. Based on that state, you can step into your superpowers. So when you step into that state, you may only be able to harness it for a minute. So chariot is like, you entered the state. That's your victory. Now keep practicing. You got to carry on that momentum and stay in that state and keep on doing as much as you could do. Boom. So congratulations, y'all. We did it. This was not supposed to be 2 hours, but I couldn't not do this for that long. I'm going to just be real. This is a very special one. I'm going to draw 2 breakthrough cards. One for romance and one for spiritual advice. Living life grand. Thank you so much. I have not been going live as much as I used to. So I'm going to bring those transit talks back. I got y'all. Now I got the computer set up. And Chad, I got you too, bro. Much appreciated. Collab coming soon. So the romance card is the Ace of what? Come on now. Ace of Wands is you about to, and it could be with this counterpart. Ace of Wands is take off your clothes. It's going down. Or it's just yes. So Ace of Wands is saying when you see a romantic counterpart and you feel that fire, that's that Ace of Wands. This is a yes card, y'all. This is literally saying, ask that person out. They're going to say yes. Okay. The Ace of Wands is not only a definitive yes, it's sparking. Remember, we got the Ace of Wands with the Magician in the beginning of this video. So take off your clothes, take your clothes. Semen retention phase ends. Yo, this is also new. So, and let me explain why this is new. We're entering into Libra season. Mercury is going into Scorpio. Venus is squaring Uranus. So this ace is new. It's either with someone that you already know, but something brand new is starting with them, or it's with someone brand new that you're starting something. So Ace of Wands is quick. This is going to come in quick. And the spiritual lesson is consistency. Okay. So you want to maintain reliability. You want to maintain consistency. The Knight of Pentacles is Virgo. It's the manifestation of Virgo. So when this manifests, the Knight of Pentacles is urging you to find practical means to stabilize and sustain this energy. If you don't, the fire will burn and then it will burn out. So you want to really do whatever you can to, just stay consistent and stay committed. But I'm thinking that this Knight of Pentacles is a Virgo that you're going to be working with, or hits you up, or you hit up. Okay. So y'all stay blessed as always. You want to be consistent with that wand. For some of you, this could actually be the romantic partner. The ace is going here. So there you go. Congratulations, y'all. That was awesome. If they show up wearing red on day 15, watch out. That's hilarious. I'm done. Okay, so y'all stay blessed as always. Sheesh the Beast, appreciate you. I appreciate all of y'all who showed up. This is only really as magic as it is because we all do it together. So once I end this stream, prepare for miracles and get ready to sing your song to Jupiter because it's going down. Peace out. And I love y'all.